voluntary. Oh, this is going to be tough. I think I've got it. Micro exposures. Do you guys want me to dumb that down?
Yes, please.
Anything for you, James. Right. If you want to get good under pressure, put yourself in pressure. But it has to be intentional. So I hate to go on the train of phobias here, right? But does anyone know what agoraphobia is? BPR?
Fear of the outside world.
Yeah, fear of leaving your own home. Agoraphobia is the fear of leaving your own home. Right? It's a real thing. It's a legitimate thing. But what triggers it is what's called positive feedback loops. So a positive feedback loop. So does anyone know what happens if I were to put this microphone next to one of the speakers? Yeah, right? Sorry, everyone. Right? So what happens is, so the little electronic signals that are coming there go into the microphone, get amplified, come back out even louder, go into the microphone, even louder, come out even louder, and it just goes, and it just goes crazy, right? And it's a very unpleasant sound. So you guys understand, you know what I'm talking about, or do I need to do it?
No.
So you guys understand, so that's what's called a feedback loop. So that's why they call it feedback when you put the mic in, the thing. So a positive feedback loop is if you do something and then the situation positively or negatively exacerbates, the reaction is then going to exacerbate the problem. So for something like agoraphobia, where if you're scared of leaving the house, well, what's going to happen when you leave the house? You're going to be frightened, right? And if you're doing it half against your will, you don't want to do it. You're already going to be in a panic state, and then you're going to get set off, and you're going to get put into a panic attack. You have a full-blown anxiety attack. And you manage to get home to save the day, and you come home. What's going to happen the next time you have to go out? You're going to be in even more of a paralyzed, fearful state, right? So that's how agoraphobia happens. But the treatment to that is very simple. Voluntary micro exposures. So rather than just going straight, get out of the house, go to the shopping center, go where there's a bunch of people, it's obviously going to make the feedback loop a lot worse, right? But if we go, hey, all right, what we're going to do, we're going to go to the mailbox and back. So that's what we're going to do today. Okay, I got that. Okay, now we're going to go down the end of the road and back. Okay, nothing bad happens. Positive feedback loop. So now she's a little bit more, he or she is a little bit more calm. Next time, okay, now we're just going to go to the grocery store and back. And then you work your way up voluntarily and create that positive feedback loop in the right direction towards eventually being able to go to a shopping center. Do you guys understand that?
Yep. Yes.
So I know that sounds very like, well, how does that affect us? Well, what is the most amount of pressure that you see, especially leaders here? What's the most amount of pressure you see from people? Like what's the most amount of pressure people can be under in this job? Okay, number one, it's like criterias, right? Pushing for criterias. Or number two, getting their first rep. Especially people that aren't necessarily masters of their mind yet. Okay, what about some voluntary micro exposures here? Rather than just giving them a rep and then watching them fail and then they say, I never want to get a rep again. I'm just going to sell. Has everyone seen that before?
Yeah.
Right? Oh, you have. Right? No one's anything. Right? But rather than that, it's like, hey, can you give me a hand training my rep? Or hey, can I give you a hand? If you're the person that has the pressure, hey, can I give you a hand training your rep? No repercussion. If you crap the bed, okay, no one cares. No pressure. Do you guys understand?
Yeah.
Cool. Do I need to elaborate on that more? You guys do actually definitely get it. Cool. All right.